So from a home seller's perspective, the best way to sell your home in 2024 and beyond, considering the lawsuits and the risks to your listing agent and their business and their future, and yourself if you offer compensation to buyer's agents, I think I would explore the market. I'd talk to my listing agent. I'd make sure they had a process in place where there was a chance we could sell the home for the highest net without paying buyer's agents. If there's no chance of that after consultation with your attorney, or if your home's been on the market for 2 weeks and you're not getting a lot of showings, people aren't showing any interest in your property, and you feel like you need to bring a buyer's agent in, at that point in time, I think that you should consider the model that we're going to call the one agent, one attorney model, so that you have an agent helping you sell your home, and out of that agent's fee, they pay an attorney to help the buyer agent. Now, I think it's very important. If I'm doing this, I'm going to make sure my listing attorney, the people on my side, submit a series of questions to the buyer's attorney and say, could you please in writing acknowledge this, disclaim this, have this signed by the buyer so they understand these are the reasons that they are electing to have a fee go to the buyer's agent, and that they understand that they could have maybe negotiated a lower price or whatever. I'm putting together, formulating in my head, a certified buyer program, and a certified buyer who saw an attorney is going to have their attorney discuss these questions with them and then sign off on this disclaimer on the advice of an attorney. And maybe we'll even get the attorney's signature on there and say, I did counsel this buyer with respect to these issues. So that, to me, while not completely eliminating the risk, it'll do two things. One, it will help protect you against future class action lawsuits, because these buyers were advised clearly and understood why they were accepting compensation for their buyer's agents, and there was essentially was coming from them because it could have gone to the floors or could have gone to a reduced price. And that, too, I've found in market after market, time after time, that in my own experience selling my own homes, that buyers tend to offer more money when they feel comfortable with the transaction, either because the listing agent is representing the sellers and they're like, well, at least they're probably not trying to pull a fast one when they have an agent, and B, sometimes buyers are more comfortable when they have someone representing them. Now, there's much more to this, and you can find out more. We're going to have it up at Sellers Options right now, but you can find out more at winnerscheck.com. Much, much more to this. But this is the model. It basically goes like this. Hey, Mr. Listing Agent, can we sell this home for a high net or my highest net without offering compensation to a buyer's agent? And if at some point in time we're going to have to offer compensation to buyer's agents, can you make sure that that buyer gets an attorney on their team? I think that is the model for all home sellers. I will have a series of questions that home sellers should be asking their listing agents about the risk, the timing, and how to do this, and what the market's like. But that's it for this video. If you'd like to see more in the series of videos, go to sellersoptions.com. Within a few days, I will have these up. I'm actually working with Phil. He knows I'm going away. I'm going snowboarding right now. It just snowed 4 feet up in Mammoth, 3 to 4 feet. But Phil's going to get these videos up, and if you're interested in working with us, we'll have a calendar up there. It'll set up a time, and I'll talk to you about selling your home and how we'll bring, wherever you are, anywhere in the country, we're going to bring in a knowledgeable agent who can talk to you about the current environment, then a lawyer to talk to you about the legal environment, and maybe eventually, if you decide to list, and your home's sell under contract, say we'll have to figure out the timing, actually. But at some point, the buyer will also have a lawyer on their team. And I think a lawyer needs to be on every buyer's team, whether they have a buyer's agent or not. John McConnin, real estate attorney and broker, sellersoptions.com. Thanks.